for a second, but
That's
I just want to get all the camera stuff working here. So now, did you send me? How do you stream your screen now?
I'm on Discord, so hold on. You should be able to. You can see my whole entire screen now.
Where do I see that at though? I don't see it.
Wait, hold on. For some reason, it's not letting me share it.
I see share on the bottom left. I see share your screen.
Oh, there we go. Okay, see now
Oh,
you
there
can
we
see
go.
my. You should be able to see
Watch
everything on
stream.
my.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So are you on
Or
my
just
stream now for
yeah.
the link? So now you should see. Can I make
I
this?
see
This
you moving shit around.
you see your
I see
screen though.
Bobby.
Yeah, there's Bobby.
Yeah,
Um,
I see like fucking 20, 22, 3. I see like yeah, I can see what you're doing.
okay, so now we should be good. Now if I put my screen up, I'm just gonna I'll use my clean charts right now because I don't want to show nothing yet. So now you see, okay, so you see that. Okay, this is a 15. Let's go to a daily to start here. Okay, I think we're good to start talking. I'll put the camera on. I can do the camera. Well, hold on. Let me. What'd you do all day? Did you enjoy the day?
I just went and volunteered at my mom's store.
I saw you were outside a bit on your Instagram, I
That's
think. Where was that at?
that was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I went
behind.
park. Yeah, I went ice skating up in Omaha yesterday.
Nice.
So
Yeah, today was kind of
I'm really
trash, to be
trying. I've been
honest.
getting. That's why I just don't trade OPEX Fridays, bro. It's
I
just
didn't
not
think I
worth
was
it.
going to, and then I kind of saw something, and I just loaded up some live funds, so I was like, you know what? I almost regretted it though.
Did you
I'll show you here in a minute, but I only
did you
took the one on
fucking blow
SPY.
your?
Did I what?
Did you blow your? Did you blow your shit on the other day,
Dude, my shit is always blown. Just
or
assume
just
that
kind of?
it's always blown. It's just always
I'll
blown.
just assume that.
Oh, we got a viewer. Somebody's watching. My buddy Josh from
Hey,
Campbell's
fuck
watches.
you.
Great. Now I'm gonna get banned because you're cussing.
I'm dead.
Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good. I can chill out. Okay, let me get the camera going for me here. How do I do it? I need to do this one.
Watch now.
Browser. Oh, I just need to start. I'm trying a different camera angle out today because I got to charge my phone. Yeah, I know how to use your phone for a
Uh,
web camera, so you don't have to buy one if you ever want to be on camera. I can show you all that. Should pop
well, I
up.
have a camera on my laptop. If I could use that. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that would probably work too. Let me take Bobby off.
Yeah, unless you have to. Oh, I see you now.
What up, dude?
What
Oh, it looks weird when I'm looking at
Gang,
this
gang.
stream because I'm like sideways with this view. I gotta look at the camera. What up, bruh? All right, so
Uh,
we're doing market review today. Just kind of trying this out. Got my buddy Casey Trades on here. Um, we're just gonna kind of look at what happened. Casey, you didn't trade today, so you're kind of just looking at this
nope.
fresh. Did you? You probably watched a little bit, I'm sure, but
Not at
um,
all,
oh,
bro.
really? That's the way to do it.
I mean, when I decide I'm not trading, I try not to look at the chart just
I,
in case
I'm
there's
the
something
same
behind
way.
it.
I am the same way. It's just hard to look and then
And then
not
look,
take anything.
No, I trust
Dude,
you.
I just watch a
I
one
used to
minute
have a
chart
lot
all
of
day. That's all I
fuck
do.
that.
I
I
live on the
watch my
1 minute
book
chart.
maps all day.
Oh, book maps would make me go crazy watching that.
I
But
love it, dude. That's like
really?
my secret tool.
I have to
That's
come
my
over there and start do some opens with you. I usually try to be done by 10 or 11. All right, let me.
that's normally what I try, but
It doesn't always work out. Today it didn't really work out.
if the bigger time frames look good, I'll sit there for a while and let it play out, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I got ES pulled up. I'm actually gonna pull this up on my regular my regular one here. Okay, I got a lot of stuff on my charts, but this is all we need to see. Okay, so this is ES. The daily chart, I mean, you probably feel the same. We were pretty strong going into today. This whole week has been, I mean, just ridiculous. One, two, three candles in a row right there. That one was that CPI? Was that on Tuesday? Yep.
Yeah, that would have
I
been
think CPI
CPI.
was Tuesday, and we got a huge, nice green trend candle. And then last Friday was actually a big red, green candle too. Monday was kind of a weird day.
Yeah,
So
that Monday's a pause bar. That's my favorite pattern to play right there.
Monday, let me pull up your screen here. What do you got?
Oh, I don't. I'm just watching you.
Isn't this your screen now? Yeah, this should be. Yeah, you're moving stuff around. Yeah, you
I'm
don't have to
just
put
mine.
this window, this whole window on a different like screen so that we don't see it or minimize it. You have two monitors, right?
See if I can do something like this. Hold on.
Because yeah, that I see
Yeah,
what
I'm on
you're
my
seeing.
laptop.
Oh, you're on the laptop. Or just minimize it. You don't need to see.
Yeah, because I can look at it all myself. Hold on, let me see if
You
I can do
guys
this.
think
So what
too
are you seeing
much.
now? Just there.
Overcomplicating is what fucks people. I agree with that.
So now,
So just
so
pull up
you
on your
see
screen what you want
my
to show. I see everything
this
on your
right
screen
here.
right now. Yeah.
You can see just my.
You don't have to put that in the window.
So
Minimize that
it's
whole browser window.
oh this.
Yeah, I can see your desktop now. And now just pull up your charts. There you go. Perfect. We'll figure it all out. This is our first time kind of. I think once or maybe twice a week would be good. Maybe just once a week to start.
Yeah,
Okay, so you got ES
dang, they
pulled
did
up.
dump that. This is just one of my screens I look at when I trade. So this is like on my big TV screen that I have,
Okay.
and I'm always watching. I always watch the ES right here, you know, and then
Yep.
I have the NQ, and then I have the Russell. So then I can tell what the whole entire market. There should be another one. What the fuck's the other one? Whatever. There
Yeah.
should be four indices. But I watch these three because the majority of the stocks that I trade are in these three. And the Russell, honestly, I don't really trade anything in the Russell that much anymore. So that's that, you know.
Yeah,
And so
I
that's
I
me getting me
uh
a
should
read on
start
the.
watching the Russell a little more. That's the small caps, right? Is that small
Yeah, like
caps?
Roku's in there, PayPal's in there. I
Okay.
mean, not necessarily. Yeah, there's small caps, but then there's also like larger, like Roku's in it, I believe. PayPal.
Okay.
I want to say
This.
Netflix even has maybe a little bit of weight in there. I'm not too sure, but
Okay. Yeah, the morning show I
yeah,
watch goes over the Russell a lot. I watch ES, NQ, and Dixie is kind of my main screen kind of. So what did you say you saw? You said you saw something on ES on the day we were talking about the daily chart on ES.
so that would have been right here.
So the big bar was Tuesday. I mean,
So
that's going to be what
that
everything's
big
kind of around.
CPI candle. What was Tuesday?
Should be a big green candle on the
I wonder.
daily.
See, mine might be different than yours. Hold on, let me see.
I mean, over there it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
See, but if so, see, hold on. Look at this chart right here. Okay,
yeah.
this isn't how I normally have it. I go to my settings, and then I have my extended hours are off, and I start aggregations at market open. And now watch how that changes my chart.
It shows a gap now instead. Yeah.
This is the daily. Yep.
So
That's how I.
yeah, I get that. The
That's what
way
I
I
do.
do mine, I do the same thing, except what I do is I leave ES to show the extended hours, so I see like everything. But then when I just look at SPY, and then SPY will show the gaps, kind of. It is a little different though. It can
Yep.
kind of mess with you if you don't know that.
Yeah, that's why some of my stuff's a little different than other people's. You know,
And I think everybody kind
some
of
of my
has their
buddies are.
own way they kind of do and look at things too a little bit. But yeah, after that strength
Yeah,
on
and it doesn't
Tuesday,
happen.
I didn't really think, I mean, it was going to be hard to take a short any of the next, even today. Today you probably could have got away with the short. Um, you got away with the short, what, yesterday? An Nvidia short this week, one
What
day.
did I do? I took some. No, what was it? I tried a couple of shorts, but they weren't necessarily in my plan, so I cut them really
I know you had
fast. You
an
know what I'm
Nvidia one that
saying?
worked out for you. It was when you went like 2 and 1. I don't remember, but yeah. But
No,
yeah.
my Nvidia. I don't want to talk about it. That literally would have. That Nvidia put, bro. It went from. Hold on, let me see. I can. All I gotta look for is puts because I think it was Nvidia right here. No, Meta. Yeah, these 485 puts, bro. I think I got them at, what did I get them at? I got them at 580 and 5. No, no, no. Where did I buy those at?
And it
Give me
looks
a
like that
second.
was on the 15th, which would have
Yeah, so
been
that would have been 2 days ago.
the day after
Wednesday.
CPI Wednesday. Yeah. So I kind of look
But
at the
I
CPI
I wanted.
numbers. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I
Oh,
feel like the CPI day was kind of the kind of like the middle ground of that area is what's being battled. I still think right now where they gapped over. They might keep going though. It is pretty strong. It's hard to know exactly.
yeah. Well, let's look at the daily chart. See what they. I'll just look at SPY because it's pretty much the same thing.
Whoops.
Yeah, look how fucking parabolic that is.
Oh no, I turned off your. Oh, here it is. Okay,
Why the fuck would
pop out.
why would anybody try to short the market at all right now? Just
It's
saying.
just hard to.
That's
I mean, yeah, I
that's
wouldn't want to do that. And then,
stupid.
so what I look at, here's my shoot. So here's my main three things that I look at. I kind of line them up so the time always stays equal. I got ES on the top. That's the main thing. Then NQ, and then I got Dixie here. And what I
Yeah.
was kind of seeing, let's go. You can see they kind of all, both NQ and these are all daily charts right now. You definitely see a strong uptrend on both the main guys. NQ and ES are both really strong, both taking over the prior highs right before there. With a lot of strength, honestly, too. I mean, they went up with a gap. There's a gap here. And then now they've gone up above that high with another gap, which really shows me, by my analytics, at least that I use, that's a lot of strength to go the way it's going, which is good for buyers, I guess, because it's going well. It's good for, I guess, eventually sellers because of the price if they're holding.
They gonna get the Yeah, they'll go get those cheap fucking shorts at the top.
But the thing is, so let me bring up my normal chart. If we go to like, let me make this big. We go to a weekly chart here. I know there's a lot of clutter on my charts. I can explain them all, but I don't need to. Um, we're getting really close to, I mean, this is the all-time high at what, 40, it's the
Yeah,
high, 4808.25, 4808. I mean, we're getting pretty, and it's just hard to believe that with what's all going on in the world, I guess, but sometimes the charts don't exactly go with the what, you know.
that's why you just have to. That's why I base everything off of the chart. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what anything says. You know.
Yeah, you got to kind of have your set of rules, and you got to have kind of. I'm learning. You got to kind of have a bias and keep your bias, and if it doesn't go with it, just stop. For me, at least, that's you know, just don't try to go against what your plan is. Um, so what I was seeing, I guess today specifically, I'm gonna just look at ES is the main thing I kind of was looking at. Um, but the reason I wanted to go to the daily is because I was bullish today. Just because of the reasons we just talked about, the strong CPI and then green candles. I knew we were slowing down here a little bit, but I still was bullish. I think we're going up for this liquidity level I have here, which is the next high, which is about 45.66. So I was bullish. Now going into the day thinking of that, I always mark my so if I go back, the first 8:30 candle is right here. This red candle right here. Um so this is all overnight right here. I always like to find my low of that Asian session, which is right here, and then I like to find the high of the Asian session, which is right here. Then after Asia, London opens up right at it's 3 a.m. our time, and this is all London. So by the time our open came, they already took Asia's liquidity right here with what I kind of do. They already took that high, and I was expecting them to go higher. I was already bullish on the day, so when I seen that they already taken that high, I was expecting it to either come, and I've seen a lot of times where it'll come and then it'll reject that and act as support, and then it'll just keep going. Or it did what it kind of did do. Um, and this all happened before our open, which is good because for me, it would be hard to be patient through a lot of this sometimes because, as soon as I see it approaching this line, I'm going to want to think longs, just like I was, you know, like I was saying, because I've seen it happen many times before. But since this all happened before open, I really couldn't do anything. And I kind of waited and then I had this block marked out from last night. The reason I marked this block out was because if I do a Fibby, right there's my 61.8. And that is kind of my one of my optimal kind of trade entry setups that I like. So I marked that block actually last night, and then I told myself I was gonna wait. I expected it to start down here and then go get it and then go up through, but it actually started up here and created some, people that probably were going long, and then they got effed right away because it just dumped, and they actually went and took the liquidity from the low first. Well, they took this one up here, but they went for this one. You could have got a good short on that but you'd have to be able to, you got to trade futures, right? To be able to get into that
Yeah.
session. But anyways, so I waited. It hit this block, and to be honest, once it hit my block, I saw it was rejecting. And then I went into my lower time frames and it was showing, you can see it was, no bodies. I wanted no bodies to close in here. That was kind of my rule. It stayed above, so I entered. Entered way too early. Uh, Way too early. I probably should have actually entered right around here on this third test, but sometimes it's hard to know. This candle right here that went all the way through it, it looks a little better on the 15 because that's what I watched. So all these wicks, this wick I had to live through. This wick I had to live through. This wick I should have probably stopped out, to be honest. If I was using my block, I should have probably stopped out. But it kind of happened so fast that it came back above it quick enough to where I didn't have to pull the trigger. Um, and then it ended up going. I expected it to go up to this liquidity level again. That was my target. And but they did already take technically that here, but I expected them to go up there again at least, and they got really close. I ended up selling it before just because honestly I didn't want to wrestle that position more. But yeah, it was really really choppy in the long run. Um, Probably not the best day to trade, to be honest. You look at the daily candle, it's pretty much a doji right now, which to me is a good sign of a day that you shouldn't trade. It's because it's just chop, straight chop day.
Yeah.
Oh, my camera's gone. I forgot I took that off. There we go. We're back. We back. We back. But I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are or what you're seeing. I know you didn't trade today, um, but just kind of seeing what you see or any stocks that you've seen. I was looking at which one did I tell you? Oh, there's the bell.
Oh, they're
Oh, I didn't realize we were doing market review before the market was closed. I thought we were closed already. That's funny. And I'm sitting here looking at a chart. That's funny.
oh well.
It don't matter. It's still post market. Um,
Anytime I'm done trading, it's post market. I don't give
yeah,
a fuck.
right. Yep, it's based on me.
No, I mean, like,
um, Amazon would have been a good long today. I kind of saw that. AMD would have been a good one
let me
too.
see if let me see if I can
Where's
find an
right
example of
at?
what I think is a good.
Yeah, let me
Okay,
know
so
if you want me to put your screen
15.
up, and I'll just put it up. I got it down here. It's right here.
I'm gonna see if I can find anything just to show you kind of like what I'm always looking for. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that what I just showed is kind of my bread and butter with all that. That's how I trade. Like that's what I've kind of taken away so far. I do have some other scalp things I do and kind of, but I mean nothing's proven yet. I'm still barely profitable.
Amazon.
What was it?
Nothing even really looks that great.
Today wasn't that
To
good.
be honest.
Amazon did have a good. It wasn't Amazon.
Well,
Amazon was one of them.
AMD had a decent setup. Amazon
AMD
had
was
a
pretty good.
decent.
Tesla was good today
Um,
too, I think. It went down right away, but then there probably was an entry in there somewhere. They didn't quite get that gap fill though. That would have been what would have been scary for me to take a long in that because I would be thinking they would fill this first before they went up like they did.
all right, so here let's go.
Here, I'll pull you up here. What you got?
Let's go over AM. Let's go over AMD just for today. I want to show you what I would look for. Hold on, let me see. Stop. KK.
You got some cat fighting going on over there?
No, they're trying to get into the food.
Oh man.
They're hungry. All right, so let's just say this is AMD today, right?
Yep.
this is what I do every day. Just so you, I mean, I know you have your way. I
Yeah,
kind of want
everybody's
to
kind of got
explain
their
mine
way. Yep.
since I actually have it like down better. Okay. So first, I just, as always, we take a look at the daily right here. Okay. God fucking damn it, cats. So anyway, we see. I always look at the few days previous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
So
got to look at the
whatever.
past
Looks
couple
like
days.
kind of looks like the Bulls are in charge. And then yesterday we have this big
Pull
green
this
bar,
over.
right? So then that's when I
Pull
go
this
to my
over
hourly
here.
chart, and you can see my lines right here on the hourly chart, right?
So I think
All
I
my
see where
lines,
you
you
get
see where
that one. That one's a
look, no,
high.
no, just look. You see, no, you see how this goes from purple to orange,
Yeah.
right? That's a level. Okay. This goes from orange to purple. The bottom of the purple's technically a level, but you can see this candle the next day closes through it. That level's invalid, goes away. So every color change on the hourly is a level to me. But once they get closed through, if it wicks through like down here, it's okay. But
Yep.
once they close through, it's invalid to me. I no longer treat it as a level. So coming
Okay.
into today, AMD had a strong fucking bar,
And this
right?
is an hourly chart, right? We're on an hourly, it looks like.
But this is the hourly chart.
Okay.
So this would be my setup for AMD would be, since we had a strong bar yesterday, I would not want to short it until um, we broke below the low and accepted the low below here. So I'm going to put this as a level because you see this is a purple to orange
Yep.
change, and you mark, I mark the bodies, not the
Yep.
wicks. Okay. So then you can see this right here. At the end of the day, we go from orange to purple. That's a level for me, right?
Yep.
So no matter what on AMD, I don't care if we open up down here. I don't care if we open up here. I don't give a fuck where we open. I just know that as long as we're above this level, I'm looking for a long right here. If we go below this level and accept it, I'll short it. That's the only way I'm going to short it.
Yeah.
So then we come in here, and so then these are my levels for the day. I'm looking at the opening print because that's the first level we're given, right? So
Yep.
then I'm going to come up here, and here is my, let's go to the 5 minute, okay? So then now what I do is I wait either on the 2 minute or the 5 minute. I'll just say the 5 minute right now to make sense. So then I use my levels as a reference point of when to take profits or whatever. And then pretty much, since we're around the opening print and we're nowhere near my lower level for shorts, I don't want to short anything. I don't care if it gives me like a good short. I don't give a fuck. You know, like you might see plenty of short
You would
opportunities
want to
sitting
see
here.
it break that
You might,
previous day low or previous low right
but yes,
there.
down here. I'd want it to form a trend, as in
Oh,
at
you'd
least
really want
two
to see
higher
it,
highs.
hate it. Yeah.
I wait for a trend. So if I'm waiting on the 5 minute for AMD right here, technically this right here though, it's all hindsight, but technically right here, that's a
Yeah.
valid entry for me to go long. But then if you look down at the 2 minute, you can control the 2 minute, and you can see right here we have a 2 minute reversal.
Yep.
This the small bar. I always look for a small bar after a short or after a long bar. So right here, you could have went long on the 2 minute. This is where I would enter longs, and my stop is right there. So I'm literally
That
using a
low,
one
that
single
same low.
stop on every single trade. That's what I do on every trade is a one
Yeah, and
single
that one,
stop, right?
honestly, looking at it, doesn't look like it ever would have came back on you.
Nope. So then what you can do is like if you enter here, you know what I'm saying? So if you enter here, under there's my stop, you know? So then you just boom, you take calls, you go, yeah, it's going down, but we're making higher highs as we go up, right? And then we make this lower or this higher low technically compared to
Yep.
this. I know it's lower compared to this one, but in the overall picture, this is a higher low. So then if I wanted to, I could re-enter some more, like add to my position, whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to stop out until we get a close. I don't care if we wick down here and we have a few candles that wick below this. I don't stop out until I get a close somewhere below this
Yeah, that's
box.
kind of how my entry box was today. It wicked all the way through it, and honestly, I'm glad it came back because that was below my stop.
And
But
then and then so like this would be my stop, right? So then every time we make a new high, just bear with me, market structure wise, right? This is one high of the day. So right
Yep.
here, we make a new high, right? So
Yep.
based off of market structure, if we make a new high and this is the low, this is the swing low that made that high, this low should not get broken the rest of the day at all. And if it does, it's a problem. But like obviously not everything always works out that way. So
Yeah.
even if you hadn't entered a trade right here, you could wait for this market structure break to be bullish and then you could just wait for a pullback and then enter right by this box. It doesn't have to be in it.
Yeah.
You could wait for a
Yeah, you
and
don't
then
have to
oh, I just
catch
let that
the
pull up.
perfect entry. You just have to
And
get
this
in there.
Yeah, and this technically, so we go up, we're bullish right here. So I wouldn't be bearish on the day at all. But if we broke below this and trended below it, I might look to take a short. But if you look at these lows, I'll delete this because we know those. But
Yeah.
if you see this low here, then you see this low here, right? And then so then this low right here breaks this high that we had previously formed, right? Here, okay? So then now this low is my stop loss on my trade. So then my stop went from here to almost break even if you got in right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, but then this high gets broken. So this candle might scare me right here because this is technically my stop.
If that was your
This
first
high.
entry, especially if that was your second entry, like you have marked now,
Yeah.
you'd still probably be okay in that. In my, for me at least.
Yeah, but I'm not. But then the way that I've learned how to read charts is, yeah, it might be going against me, but I'm not getting out until this, technically. But this would be my trailing stop. So I could trail myself out here and wait for another entry. But anyway, we break this high, right? So then this is the swing that breaks this high. So this isn't going to break, and it doesn't fucking break.
Yeah,
So
that would have been a
then
good trade today. You could even
you
if you would
never
have
you
held that
never
too
know.
long, you would have been okay. Like,
So then this would be your new high right here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Honestly, it's never telling me to get out of the trade. This is something that I probably would have
Yeah, you could,
tried to
and you
hold
still
on
would have
to.
been okay. You would have been okay even if you exited on the
But
last candle, you would still make money on that.
yeah, and then one of my rules is though is I try to take my position off as soon as we make a new high. So like if I got in here, I'm not saying I would have sold here. I might have sold around here because that is technically a new high of the
Yep.
day. But I just lock in my profits. So then when it goes down, I can add, and then as we break up here, trim some more, and then as we go up a few more candles, trim some. That's just all I've been doing lately, and I
Yeah.
just haven't had enough contracts to hold for the whole move.
Yeah, AMD
It's just
definitely
one.
was pretty good today for especially for longs, obviously. Um I'm trying to
And then
pull up a daily chart again and look at the daily candle. Yeah, I mean if you look at the daily candle, it's a pretty solid green bar. I mean it's not yesterday was
yeah,
actually bigger. But AMD
this
was pretty good. Dude, we already been going 33 minutes, believe it or not. It doesn't take us long to start talking stocks. I'm trying to
I
think
can
of what
talk
other
stocks.
ones. I know,
My
right?
my mom my
I'm
mom
trying
always asks me
to.
about it because I go out there on Fridays and help her. And it's just been real nice lately being able to say, like, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
Like I might not be making Boku bucks, but like last month, I only had 3 red days, and my biggest red day was $300, not shit.
Tesla and
And
Amazon.
then, um, so far this month, I only have 3 red days, and my biggest red day is $300. So like,
Yeah, and that's what you
I'm
want to
getting
do.
there, but
I
it's
mean, consistency is key.
I still need to have I still need to have I just need to hold my winners longer is my problem.
I think that's one of
I'll
the
win a
hardest
trade
thing to
early.
do, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
also
hard.
that's what indicators can help me as well. I don't use them to get in trades, but I use them to help me hold trades pretty much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that would be a good spot to use the book maps really to show those levels of resistance or
That's
support.
See, and then I don't know. Let's see if my book maps loads. Also, I learned. I learned how to put candlesticks on my book maps instead of the volume dots, bro.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
fucking game.
Yeah, because then
Like
you kind
it's
of
a
have it all in
massive
one.
biggest.
You have everything in one chart.
Well, and then you can actually see like the price action. You can see the candlestick print. You can see the like how fast the
Yeah,
wicks actually print. Like
I
when you
see
hit
it
a
printing
sell
over there
on
now.
buy level.
So I wonder how
Yeah,
many
this shit's
seconds
ridiculous, man.
is that like a 15-second chart then or what, or 10 second or 30 second or
Well, this okay, fucking Coco, get the fuck out of here, man. Well, I'm trying to get it to zoom out. I don't know why it. There we.
oh yeah, now you can see it
See,
better.
look at that.
Yeah.
But like you can see as the candles print out, bro. I love it. I love it. Instead of seeing those dumb fucking circles, because
Yeah.
I can see the actual price action.
Yeah,
And
the
then you can
bars are
see
a
when it
lot
got
better.
closed.
I think I had mine set to the
Yeah, I
bars
really.
when I had it. Yeah, overall though, not a super eventful day in the market, I don't think. I mean,
Let me see.
I
Oh,
said
bro, like
Tesla and
yesterday, my
Amazon.
Google.
Google, huh? Let me pull up Google
Well, yesterday, Google was a move
yesterday.
yesterday, bro.
Oh, in the
That was
morning. You
fucking.
caught that
I
pump in the morning?
these are my yeah, these were my this was my entries, these green dots.
So what was your
Sold
setup
and
there?
sold.
If you want to explain kind of what made you
Okay,
think to
so
get in longs just from the beginning. I mean, what made you even think to go
here, so
long?
let me I will show you right here. Hold on, let me get back. I'm gonna have to delete some levels and whatnot just to show you my whole
No, you're good,
process
dude. Take your
behind it.
time and just explain it.
Just so I can like do it how I would actually do it, you know what I'm saying?
You can,
So let's do
you're
first I gotta
explaining to
set
me and
up
the
switch.
one viewer. By the way, viewer, not financial advice. We don't know what we're doing.
Hey viewer, I'm leaking some secret sauce that people pay a lot of money for
Yeah.
online. It's
So you could
this
pay
is
if
I'm
you
not
want,
saying
you could
this is
subscribe and
Rake's system.
oh, it is. You
Yeah,
said you
like
did the
that's what I'm saying. It's
mastermind,
Rake's
right?
system. Yes, sir. $2,000, bro.
Oh, dang.
But all right. Okay, so anyway, yesterday looking at Google, this was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So let me go in here real quick. I just need to um
Yeah, I got a 15-minute
so
chart pulled up on it right now, just kind of to follow along with you.
so this might be a little confusing. Nope, we'll be good because there's nothing that really changed.
So you
Okay.
got a
So
five
this
minute, a
is
1 hour, and a daily pulled up right now is what I see.
yeah. But normally I do 2 minute, 5 minute, and hourly, but I'll switch to that. I'm just gonna do this is what I do in the mornings, okay?
All right.
So I look at this is my list of stocks. I have 12 stocks that I look through, plus then I have the ES and the NQ, right? But
Yeah.
anyway, so this is what I did. Google. I look at the hourly chart, and then so I pull up. I should actually have the extended hours pulled because I like that's what I
Yeah.
use to find shit. But anyway, so okay, so I'm looking at Google. This was yesterday. I'm gonna pull up my 5 minute just so we can see. So yesterday morning, right? We come up here, and I'm looking at the daily chart. Okay,
Yeah.
so these were the previous. These were the previous 2 days. We consolidated. I don't care
Yeah.
that we consolidated. I don't fucking whatever. But all I
Yeah.
see this next day is oh, here's a nice level right here. This 136.59. If we can somehow open close to this is like my literally exact thing that I look at. If we can somehow open close to this 136.59, whether it's above or below, but we're just close to it, I'm I'm willing to
And that
go
would have been
long.
yesterday's open then, technically. The day before, or yeah, the day
Yeah, the
before's
day before
open.
is open, but
Yeah.
but if you look on the hourly chart, that is also where we get a level, right? It's not really technically a level because it got closed through, but it was a red bar that closed through the
All right.
red bar. So I still use that as a level. Like
Okay.
there's different things that you can, and plus that would be breaking yesterday's high, which would be getting out of the range of yesterday. So that would be a bullish scenario in my opinion.
Yeah.
So what we do is I'm looking at this 136.59 level, okay? And then I would have been willing to short it if we would have been under the 136, like
Yeah,
this
I see
line
it
right
on the
here.
1 hour now, that
Yeah,
136.
I'd be willing to short it. But since we opened up, we technically opened up above it, okay? So this is what I look for. That's just a level that I look at, right? And the
Yeah.
system that I use, it normally moves from level to level, which we did that exact move yesterday. So this right here, my plan for the day, I literally have it written down from yesterday. Longs if we need it, a hold of 136.59, and then my target is 138.57. Like I have that written down on my notebook. So then I come in here. Here's the 2 minute chart. So when it's at open, I'll use the 2 minute since it's so fast. You know what I'm saying? Since everything's so freaking
Yeah.
quick.
2 minutes gonna
So
always move like way faster than any,
yeah. So then I
five
don't
or a one.
care. Oh, bro. Yeah, and I don't care what we did. I don't give a fuck what happens pre-market. Like,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
no
care what
volume
anything
behind
says. So,
that, and it's not as,
so then
yeah.
what I do is I look for some sort of pivot. I look for either a swing low or what I call, this is a term that a lot of, I don't know, I've never honestly, it's almost like an engulfing, but you see how we go from, we hit this 136.59 level, right?
Yeah.
We sell. This is just basic price action. We sell, buyers buy up. It creates a 2 minute hammer. And as soon as we break that, once we break above a bar and we get a pullback, that's a buy for me. So this is where I entered. I bought two contracts right here, right when we
Okay.
break this, because we're at my 136 level, which was my plan, and we're holding it, and it gives me a buy trigger. And my stop, I could have used this low, but for me, this trade, my stop would have been a close below this. So I mean, I was risking what, fucking 20 more cents.
Yeah.
So big deal.
Like 50
So then
cents
anyway,
basically. I mean, yeah.
yeah. So anyway, this triggers me into the trade, right? We're bullish. I don't care
What
if we
time is that
fucking
at?
make
How early in the morning? 8:30. So that was
8:34.
4 minutes after opening. So I mean, if for anyone that's traded the mornings, 8:30 is wild. It's one of the craziest times of the day, to where the candle moves. You see it move, up, way up, and then way back down, and then it can get kind of crazy. So you really have to have
Yeah, like
levels that you trust. When you don't just enter because you think something,
yeah,
you got to have like defined out stops and main stops and
because
targets.
it's all price at base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see where you
So
took your
then,
first. Yeah, I'll let you keep going.
so we Well, we trigger here, right? We trigger into here, right? So then we just consolidate, okay? And I didn't really want to trim until we broke the high a day just to lock some in. That my initial target was the 138 level up here, but it was just such a fast move. I
Yeah.
just wanted to get all out. Like
And
nobody
and
got against
sometimes
me
that's the
just as
best thing to
fast.
do. It
Like
broke the high. I mean, that's kind of your rule. I mean, you followed your rule.
and then so then But then, so then right here, so nothing's changed. To me, nothing in this chart has changed right here. We're just consolidating. We do kind of make a higher low right here, compared to this one on the 2 minute, which this is now technically 850, right? So then I come over here, and I only had two contracts in this trade on this first entry, okay? So then I see the 5 minute chart right here. The 5 minute is holding the 136.59, and we have two inside bars, which is one of my favorite things to trade, is called a 1-2-3 pattern. So
Yep.
you get one big push, and you get a pause, and
And
then
they're
this
kind of in
bar
that
should have
top
broken.
third of that
Right. So
candle.
then this is a 1-2. This would technically be a 1-2-3-4 pattern. So then the sellers tried to come in right here because they push it below this candle, and every time you break a candle, either to the upside or the downside, it should continue that way. Which a lot of people don't understand that it
Yeah.
should continue the way it breaks. And since we broke it to the downside first, and it failed to go lower, and we triggered this 1, 2, 3. I bought 3 more contracts.
Oh,
So then
okay.
as soon as we pop that, and then as soon as we pop this high on the 2 minute, and I had bought 4 more because I remember I had 6 contracts of Google. So then
Okay.
I sold a majority of them. I sold 3 here just because we broke the high, and then I sold another 3 here just because we had another 2 minute pump and we had that quick sell right here. And I mean, honestly though, like if you look at the 5 minute, that's why I sold as well, because we kind of have this doji looking sell bar, and it scared me. So I just got the fuck out of the
Yeah, I mean,
trade on the
sometimes if you're not
5
feeling it, just take it out and go home. Take your profits and go home, you know? Like,
Yeah. And then that same day, I was watching Netflix, and
that's what this dude
this
does all day
Netflix,
is watching Netflix. Typical. This dude's
Netflix,
Netflix and
bro,
chilling, dude.
Netflix. I even circled my entry. I'm not even kidding. Let me see if it's still circled. It would have been on the
I got a
15 minute chart, I
headset.
believe. Yep. See, look, I still have it circled. You see this?
Yep.
This is
Oh,
my
yeah,
entry
there
for
it is.
longs. Boom. High day. That would have been a fucking 457 to 462. $5 move on Netflix, done. That's
Oh,
done
yeah, that
deal.
would have been
The only
money.
trade, because then my plan for Netflix was that day over 451 for longs, which it never really gave me a solid entry on this first 15-minute push up. Like if you look at the 5 minute and all that bullshit, I don't get any sort of pullback. So this was my first pullback, and you can even see I have it circled on the 5 minute too, right here.
Yeah.
We pull back, we
But you didn't
pulled,
enter
and
that
even
one, you're saying.
I didn't. That was I had already taken a trade that day, and I was already up.
Oh, so you're
It
pretty
was
much
like my
demoing right here. That's what you're kind of
so
saying.
then well yeah, that was a demo. That was kind of a demo trade. I really
Okay.
wanted to enter it, but the contracts were like it was like 450, and my stop was like 325. I didn't want to risk 125 bucks.
Yeah.
No,
Especially if
it's
you were
just not
already
worth
good
it to
on the
me.
day too, yeah. Or saw a
Yeah,
better
like, and I
entry.
mean, my days by no means are fucking crazy, but I've been averaging about like 150 to like $300 profits when I do, which is not bad,
Yeah.
but it could be better as well.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
So,
Yeah, I think overall, I
I
mean,
mean, and
there were some opportunities this week. Um,
yeah, it was OPEX, so it just gets to OPEX weeks gets to me a little bit.
well, with OpEx, I think it's just like
So,
it swings a lot more up and
yeah.
down. It just
See,
swings
in
a
my
lot. Yeah.
the trade that I would have really wanted to take today, I was looking at the Apple chart. That's what I would have really wanted to take, was to long Apple, and I don't know if it would have done
I don't
more.
think it
It
would have
would have
been
even never given me an
I
opportunity.
don't know if that would have been
No,
good
because I
today.
wanted I wanted Apple. I wanted it over 190.9 to go long. That was my plan for the day. Was over
Okay.
190.9, and we could have saw like 200 almost,
Yeah, it pretty
but
much
we
is
never. We
straight.
didn't
Yeah,
even
they're right. I mean,
we
look at
didn't
that.
even open up close to that.
It's
So,
pretty much right by where it
but
opens.
so hey, this is one thing. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not a fucking professional or whatever, but one thing that really helped me learn how to hold my trades and like when to enter a trade or when to look bearish instead of bullish was learning how to read market structure.
Yeah, highs and
Like,
lows,
I mean,
the ones that matter, kind of. I mean,
but you gotta also understand, like, so like this right here. So if we just look, the way I read it is like, so today this is app. We'll just do the Apple chart, okay? So we sell off, we might kind of make a little low,
they never
come
got back
back
to high a
up,
day on this chart. They never got back to that
and
opening
then so
candles
this would
high.
technically be a lower high. I mean, obviously we know that, but this would
Yeah,
be a lower high compared to where we opened at, right? But so then we break right here. The low that we made on the day, this low right here, we break this low, okay? So for me, just like how I was explaining that Google, this was the high that formed the new low. More than likely, we're not going to go higher than this during the day.
because it didn't go
More than
past the
likely.
last high
So
even.
then,
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's
then
a
you can look.
trend.
Well, yeah, but it's also that's like how it moves, and then when you come back up to here, you could either try and take a long up to somewhere around here, or you can wait for price to pull back into this area and you wait for a sell. So then you would wait for a bar to get broke below. So then you'd come up here, and this right here is a perfect short. You enter below this, but it never hits your target of the low of the day. So then you
Yeah,
would
to
wait.
me, just looking at this chart, it would have been really hard to, especially for me, I was bullish
I
today to
would,
begin with. And I think, like everybody probably is pretty bullish right now with the chart. And those first, what, look at those first three candles there you just showed. I mean, and honestly, that candle's still pretty bullish. I mean, still it's pretty bullish, even with what happened today. But if you look at this chart, from your open to like that's scary to I mean you're planning along there. So let's say you take a long on those first two candles and then it goes right up and then it comes right back down and just kills you. And you would have to sit through that or
but
you'd get stopped out. I mean,
I
and
wouldn't
that's just
I
hard
wouldn't
to.
have longed Apple,
Yeah, it
but
just
I
wasn't
wouldn't
a
have longed
trade
Apple
today.
at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just today was
Wouldn't
not a
like
very good day to
over
trade.
this. Yeah, over this was what I wanted, that 190.9, and we opened up fucking way below it. So then, let's just
Technically,
say
though,
because
off
so
of the
today was fucking.
second low there, you could have got a long today, but you would have had to fight it all day. That's pretty much what I ended up doing with
Well,
SPY.
see, and that's and that's the thing too, is you can look. So okay, this is another like kind of intraday setup that I look at is so we make this low, right? We make a new low right here. And if you're going to trend for the day, you're going to obviously make like lower lows or higher highs or whatever fucking bullshit they
Yeah,
call it, you know? So then as soon as you make this, fuck, why do I have that? As soon as you make this second lower high, you expect that this second lower high is going to make a lower low below this candle, right?
yeah,
I mean, that's just according to market structure and blah 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 blah. That's the way the charts move, is what I've been learning. But
it
so
never
right
did.
here, we fail to go lower right here, right? But then also you see all this consolidation. All this consolidation to
Yep.
me, it's consolidating, right? And then we get this fucking pump. This turns Apple bullish to me on the day. So then I wait because we break right here. In my opinion,
Oh, when it came
this
back down, you could have got an
here.
entry on it there then.
Yep. This right here is a market structure break to the upside. So then you wait for it to come back down. You could have got in, I mean, depending on what people look for entries, you could have either got in, say, right here. I probably personally would have waited to get in until right here because we have this higher low and then we have another higher low. And then this would have been my stop loss. Like I legitimately would have been risking this much money to target this strong high because I know once that the market switches from bullish or from bearish to bullish on the day, whatever strong high or strong low we have is going to get taken out like 90% of the time. And then
Yeah,
so if you would have went long here and then boom, you could have just rode it. You see how it holds the EMAs. We're making higher lows and higher highs on our way up. Well, wouldn't you know, here's our strong high and we get knocked out right there. Take profit, done. But
yeah.
that's obviously all hindsight.
And that's a long
I don't have,
time. I mean, you'd be
yeah,
sitting
I don't
through
even know
that
if I would have
emotion.
taken that.
Yeah, it's not the
But that's the
greatest
thing.
trade.
But that's the thing, though. That's the trade setup, right?